العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تلك آيات الكتاب المبين لعلك باخع نفسك ألا يكونوا مؤمنين إن نشأ ننزل عليهم من السماء آية فظلت أعناقهم لها خاضعين.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. We are rounding off, and inshallah we are still looking at the vices, both the social vices, both the economic vices, whether it is socio-cultural, whether it is political vices, no matter what it is, whether the social values are changing, whether the attitudes are changing, we are going to be summarizing with the work of Luqman from the glorious Quran, because he was cited, he advised Almighty Allah, gave him power to advise his son, because we want to know, you must give your son a fundamental education from the peripheral, from the rudimentary to the substantial level. You must do that. Is it father alone that will do that? Is it father alone who will do that? Or mother is going to join hands to ensure that this mission, this vision is achieved. Luqman, when he told his son, as it is in Quran chapter 31 verse 21, when he was telling his son that you must establish prayers. Halul Ilm provided information, provided knowledge that will help, a fundamental knowledge that will help us to understand better how Luqman, was advising his son, as reported in chapter 31. We were going to look at that. When he called his son, he said, Ya Bunayya. The first thing he told his son, he said, Tehiz taqwallahi bitijarati min ghairi biribihi. He said, take the fear of Almighty Allah. Take it to be what? Take it to be a trade, a merchandise. Let it be there. Put it in your mind that it is a trade. A trade with what? With gains. Mingeri, bidoa. You are not going to lose out of it. You are not going to short. Take that thing. First of all, you have to put in mind. That's why he said, Ya Bunayya. Talk. Ya Bunayya. The first thing he said, fear Almighty Allah. When you fear Almighty Allah, do not associate partner with Almighty Allah. You must have that thing in your mind. When you have that thing in your mind, then every other thing will go easy for you. He said again, Ya Bunayya, oh my son, I'm advising you. Follow exactly what you see I am telling you. He said, Ahaduru Janadiza. Always ensure that you are in a funeral where someone died. You must escort or walk the corpse to the cemetery where it will be buried. You must ensure to do that. Leave weddings, going from one wedding You have gone to Sokoto, is wedding. You have gone to Kano State, it is wedding. You have gone to Benin City, it is wedding. You have gone to Lagos, it is wedding. You have gone to Port Harcourt, it is for a wedding. You don't get tired. You say, La tahaduru hurusa. Do not always take weddings to be something essential. Do not let it be germane in your life. Life and weddings, they are not related. He said, the reason why I said you should be going to Janaza, Faina Janazata, because Faina Jana is, because this walking of following a corpse to the cemetery, it will make you Tazakuruka Ahiron, it will be reminding you of the day, the last day. It will be reminding you of it. For the Urusa, weddings, Yeshayi Kalia Dunia, it makes you to believe that there's enjoyment in this one. You are jumping from one place to another. You feel you are enjoying. He said, no. And he called his son. He said, Ya Bunaya, oh my son, La Tokun Ahajesu, do not be tired. Do not be tired. Minaza Diki, from this cock that used to crow early in the morning, reminding you that you should come and pray. Yesutu, you heard his voice. Do not be tired of it. Wake up in the summary of it early in the morning. Ensure you are going to pray. No matter how you are sleeping, ensure you keep your alarm on. Once it is 5 a.m., whatever, wake up, make ablution, do dua, and go observe your asbah before you return to the house. He was watching, talking to the son in that manner. He said, you may be sleeping. He said, oh my son, la tuakhir taubata, do not delay your tuba. I want to repent, I will repent tomorrow. I will repent a day after tomorrow. No, do not do that. Finally, Mauta, indeed, death, Yati Bagotata, Fujata, it comes what? Unexpectedly. You know a feeling, I am going to die here. You will not die. You will not. Equally called his son. Do not allow the disbeliever to appreciate you in what you are doing. They will be recommending you. There is someone who does not have knowledge. He will not be recommending you that that man has knowledge. You will be much appreciated. No, do not allow someone to do that to you. Whatever you are doing, do it because of God, not because of any other person. Do not do it. And even when you want people to be seeing you that, these people believe in Almighty Allah, this man is a man of God. Whereas deep down in your heart is blocked with wickedness. With bad things are being accommodated in your heart, in your mind, so on and so forth. He called himself, his son. He said, Ya Bunaya, ma nadamat ala samatu kotu. He said, somebody that is always quiet, is silent, he doesn't talk. There is no way he will regret. Notice, but before you know it, you are talking. Before you know it, it's everywhere you are being listened to. You are the one talking. You know everything. That is not like that. If you feel talking too much in silver, what about keeping quiet? It's a gold. What did the person answer you? He said he didn't talk. He didn't even answer me. He said, always ensure that you are patient. You are keeping quiet. He said to him, oh my son. He said, oh my son, Tenzil Shero. Kama Tenzilu Shero. He said, Tenzilu Shero. Move away from bad things. Like the way these bad things is turning away from you, equally run away from it. He said, Faina Lishera, Faina Shera Lisheri. That bad is meant for the bad person. You must look at your family background. You must look at where you are coming from. You must look at your position. Whatever you are, whether you are a public person, you must know not to degrade your parents, not to degrade your family's name. You must hold on to that. He was advising his son. He told his son that you should be very careful. You need to respect where you are coming from and where you are going to. He was talking to the son. He told the son, he said, I will advise you, Yabunaya, when you want to sit down with people, go and sit with people that have knowledge. Do not go and sit with people that do not have knowledge. Because those that have knowledge, they will be able to incorporate or inculcate a good knowledge into you. Even if you have forgotten, there was whatever they have said, that will not remind you. Do not sit with those who are ignorant, but sit with people who have knowledge, not people that are ignorant. There is no way you can compare or you can commensurate a doctor with a mechanic. They don't have the same commensurate. They don't do things. When he wants to go and read, the mechanics might be telling you, let us go and repair motor on the way. You see, they are parallel. They are not meeting. There is no place of meeting. He has told his son that do not do so. Be very careful in everything you are doing. He said, what I'm telling you, knowledge can awake a dead heart. A dead heart can be awakened by what? Can be awakening by what? By knowledge. Like the way if you go to a dry land, when rain falls on it, it becomes alive. That is the way knowledge can give life to the dead heart. Therefore, you need to look for where you see there are knowledge or where there is knowledge. Don't go and sit with people who do not have knowledge, so on and so forth. Because what I'm telling you, people that are lying, when you're a liar, whenever you see a liar, the face is so dried. Like somebody who does not even rub cream. Like somebody, every time he has a matter on his face. Because his face is so what? So whitish, looking very wrinkled, so on and so forth. Because what I'm telling you, anyone that has a bad behavior, anybody that has bad attitude, that person has a lot of what sorrow on his heart. He's not happy. So all the time, try to be happy so that you will be looking fresh. If you do not look fresh, whatever you are, it's not going to go well. Then he said to his son, he said, Ya Bunaya, oh my son, I had moved around all the mountains. For me to move, it is easy to use bare hands to push a rock, like Zuma rock, Kilimanjaro rock, all those rocks that we have, even the one we have is all those Arab country. It is easy for you to be pushing it, for someone to understand what he does not know. You cannot come to examination or what you do not read, you said you will pass. It is not done in any way. Even when you are giraffing, you are copying. If you do not understand what you are copying, you are going to copy nonsense. The Almighty Allah give us knowledge. The Almighty Allah make us to understand what we are doing. Luqman was equally talking to his son. He asked his son, he said, whenever you want to send a message, do not send an ignorant person a message, because he won't know how to deliver the message. When you find out you cannot get a good person to send a message, my son, go for that message yourself. That is why it is equally more recognized when you are on one man squad. You go alone. Whatever happens to you there, no one can castigate you, so on and so forth. He was telling his son a thing of that nature. So that is what he was advising his son, telling him how to live a life and what you are going to do, so on and so forth. He equally told his son, he said, my son, I will advise you, whenever you want to get married, do not say, because you are a Muslim and this young guy is a Christian or a pagan is telling you, a woman does not have religion, a woman can adapt to any religion, is a lie. Don't, because what I'm warning you, it is your children that will suffer. A time will come, one will be going to the church with mommy, one will be going to Islam with the father, so on and so forth. A time will come like that, a lot of things will be happening. So I am warning you to be very, very careful in that regard. Be careful of what you are doing, be careful of so on and so forth. He told his son, he said, Ya Bunayya, oh my son, instead of wasting your food on people who do not have direction, why not you look for Ataki Yahoo? Look for the people that fear Almighty Allah, those people who are respecting, reading the work, doing the work of Almighty Allah, those who fear Almighty Allah, allow them to eat your food. Then, whatever you want to do, go and be discussing with your malams. Don't go and meet an ignorant person, come and tell me I want to do this, I want to marry a wife. He wouldn't man, he would deprive you not to marry that woman. He won't turn around to go and marry that woman. Then, if you meet a learned person, he will say, don't worry, we are going to pray over it. We will pray over it. If Almighty Allah said it's your own, then it will be your own. Otherwise, you will not marry that person. He told him again, he said, oh my son, you will not understand. You will not understand that I had carried rocks, carried irons. There is nothing as difficult to carry than having a very bad neighbor. A bad neighbor, it could be your friend, it could be hanging around with you. You don't know that it is not a good person. That is what he's saying. He said, I have tasted, my son, all the bitter things on heart. I have tasted them. The worst of it is poverty. When you are poor, you can lie. Poverty is the root of all evil, we are saying. Poor, if you are poor, is the root of all evil. My son, don't get poor. You must find something to do in order for you to have something that will make you escape through. He went further to say, my son, whenever you want to make a friend, do not just jump to the friend and make a friend. No. When you want to make a friend, find a small ground of disagreement. Put a disagreement between you and that person. The way that person responds or responded, that is the way you will know whether this can be my friend or this cannot be my friend. There are people who can, even when you want to have your marriage, you have to test your wife to know, or a woman can test a man to marry to know whether it's going to be a good person or it's not going to be a good person. I have told people, based on understanding, that it is very difficult to know someone. It is more than 15 to 20 years before you know who is around you. You don't know who is your friend, except you have to do that. He said, my son, you look at this word you are looking is like an ocean, like Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean or Indian Ocean. There is as deep as that. He has killed many people. Many people have gone astray. They wouldn't understand the alchemy, how the world was built, but they beginning to do anyhow. But eventually, many of them, the world, the river, they capsized the boat they were using. He said, my son, believe in Almighty Allah. Get your canoe, put it on the sea. They have faith, and whatever kind of Allah, then depend on Almighty Allah. Put your trust in Almighty Allah and go ahead. You will see that by the grace of God, you are going to get to where you are going to. He said, oh my son, I'm telling you, your time has gone. For you to leave this world to the next world is easy or easier than for you to enter this world. Because the minimum days you will stay in your mommy's tummy is 6. The maximum 9 upward. But for you to leave this world, a second you have left. In the next second you have left. He now said, oh my son, take care of your parents. I am talking to you because of your parents. Do not joke with them. Because in the morning In the afternoon, they suffer. They ensure that you become what you are today. But this evening, it is for them. Whatever they need, they are now becoming your son, your children too, which you are going to take care of them. If you defer anything, you do not take care of them, the punishment will be on you. He was saying that. He told them, be very careful. He said, oh my son, I want to tell you something. All the time be turning your tongue, be asking God, oh Almighty Allah, forgive me. Almighty Allah, forgive me. You know why? Because nobody knows when that hour will come. And when that hour comes, nobody can return it. He was talking to his son. He warned his son. He told him everything like this. Right from all of us, today we need to emulate this. Today we are talking about children. Do not listen. There is a competition in everywhere. A man and a woman do competition in their house. A man goes to work to return by 5. A woman goes to work to return by 11. You did not. Whom did you leave your children for? You have left your children for housemaid. You have left your children for driver. Then why would the vices not going to happen? Tell us. It is recommended that a woman is not supposed to go and do those type of tedious. A work you will stay more than 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, even if you are going to work. Who did you leave your children for? Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? We don't know. If you go to the more developed world, they have made children to overpower their parents. If you talk to a child will call police on you. Is that a good attitude? A child will call police to come and arrest the parent. Is that to behave? Was that one recommended in any book? You cannot spare the rod and spoil a child. When a child has done something, you need to talk to the child. There is what is called carrot and stick and carrot approach. When a child does something, you play with him, you joke with him, you take him to every amusement from one place to another. But when he has done something wrong, having advised him or her, she does it or he did it listening, then you smack her a little to let her know, no, this thing I'm correcting you in the nearest future. I may not be there because there is no way I can be here forever. Look at all those things we are reading from the glorious Quran. I don't know where it is being written that a child will call police on the father, that a child will disown the parents. I don't know where it is coming from. I don't know. In this contemporary world, a lot of things are going on. So, those are what we call orthodox thinking, not unorthodox thinking. Orthodox thinking, that is their thinking, not unorthodox. Unorthodox can never think like that. You don't respect your parents. If you want to make it in this world and the hereafter, let your parents pray for you. It is reported, even when you are praying, you are already standing praying and you heard a voice of your father or your mother calling you, you must leave that prayer, attend to them first. In other words, we may stop here, but we need to be very careful. We are here for trade. What do we do? Almighty Allah has already given us the constitution. He has guided us. He gave us prophets. They have guided us. He gave us learned people. They have guided us. After truth, whatever you are going to see is an astray. May Almighty Allah not let us go astray. May Almighty Allah guide us. May Almighty Allah not we didn't disappoint our parents. May Almighty Allah not let our children disappoint us. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. صلوا على نبي الكريم صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم.
أنت نور الله فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا